Welcome to Health, Wellbeing and Lifestyle, and for our first guest today we have Connell, who's a lymphologist, and today he's talking about the lymphatic system. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you.
Can you explain a bit more about that? I'm sure it's very confusing for people in lymphatic system.
Very confusing. So the lymphatic system is actually the purification system of the body. So it'll remove the dead cells, toxins, poisons out of the body. So we have the bloodstream that will bring the oxygen nutrition in, that feeds it to our cells. So we're made of up to 100 trillion cells. So if you're healthy, the cell is healthy. So the oxygen nutrition comes in from the bloodstream, and the lymphatic system will take away all the dead cells, toxins and poisons. We have up to 200,000 kilometres of lymphatic vessels in the body. So that's actually around the world 3 times. So we have 3 times more lymphatics than we do have blood vessels. So everywhere we have blood vessels, we have the lymphatic system running side by side, but the lymphatic systems all go up between the cells, and that'll pull all the dead cells, toxins and poisons into the lymphatic system. Then it'll pump it through the lymph nodes. So we have up to 1,000 lymph nodes through the body. So they act like a water filter. So they are filtering the dead cells, toxins and poisons. If a lymph node swells up, it's just overloaded. It's just got too much toxins and poisons in there. So what that'll do is actually just pass it on to the next lymph node, purify as much as possible, pass it on to the next lymph node, and just keep sending those dead cells, toxins, poisons around our body through the lymph nodes until all those toxins are back to pure water. So when that's back to pure water, the lymphatic system will actually pump that water back into our bloodstream through the Sacravian vein at the base of the neck here, because our bloodstream is 91% water. And this is where the inflammation actually comes from. When we have inflammation in the body, it's come from the blood vessels, and it's just built up too much too quickly that the lymphatic system can't remove that out. And you can hold up to 50 kilos of inflammation in the body. So most people have weight issues. It's mainly inflammation being held in the body.
So then why is it important to keep our lymphatic system flowing in that way?
Everyone is required to get 30 minutes of aerobic exercise every day just to keep the lymphatic system moving. Okay, so as we get older, obviously we're not as active, and that's when inflammation starts to build up, creating lack of oxygen, and that's when things start to break down because we're lacking the oxygen and nutrition getting to the cell.
Okay, and so to keep the walking up, and also to maybe to have various services, or I know there's some amazing new technologies around for helping with the lymphatic system, is that right?
That's right, yeah. The healing of the 21st century will be energy. So energy is one of the ways to activate the lymphatic system. So there's only 4 ways to activate the lymphatic system, and energy is one of those.
And what are the other 3 ways then?
Deep breathing, so that's the aerobic exercise every day. Deep breathing, bouncing, so that's why kids jump on the bed. I actually teach people how to use a mini trampoline as part of our sessions. So bouncing and stroking, so that's where energy, massage and those sorts of things come in as well.
And Sean, thank you so much for the information you've shared. What would be your best advice for our viewers as a takeaway today?
We are required to get 30 minutes of aerobic exercise every day. So there's 4 ways to activate our lymphatic system. So deep breathing, bouncing, stroking and energy. So activating all those 4 ways will keep us healthy and happy. There's a lot of technology out there now that can really activate the lymphatic system and get that moving and help remove that inflammation, because we all know inflammation is the cause of all problems happening in the body because it's creating lack of oxygen. So we need to increase that oxygen getting to the cells so the body can regenerate, heal and do what it's supposed to.
And so with those 4 ways that you're talking about, can you just give us a bit more detail of each one?
So deep breathing, there's a lot of shallow breathing out there unfortunately at the moment, so that's why exercise is so important, and going for walks and get that oxygen moving, which Oxygen, deep breathing activates the lymphatic system. Stroking, so we have massage, we have the dry brushing, we have those sort of techniques out there that help people. Bouncing, so that's why kids love bouncing on the bed, because they know it's good for them, and they love trampolines, and we actually educate people on how to use the mini trampoline and get the full benefits out of that. And there's energy as well, so there's so many energy techniques coming out that healing of the 21st century will be using energy.
Right. Is that with technologies, as you were saying before? That's using technology to trigger the energy, and how does it work?
Well, it activates the lymphatic system. We're actually an energy being, so when you break it down, we're more electrical than mechanical. So energy, we're electrical. So energy, frequencies, all those things will help the body.
Thanks so much for that, Sean. And I know we'll be talking about that more in some further interviews. Thanks. So for now, we'll say bye-bye to you. And for more information on Sean Connell and the lymphatic system, then please go to his webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au, and we'll see you back after the break.